and welcome to my monthly Q&A. And boy, what a month it has been. So I hope you guys are all staying safe and doing well. That's first and foremost the most important thing. I wanted to answer some of your questions. Obviously, everyone's been going through a lot of changes and everyone has experienced the impact of the coronavirus. Most of the questions that I've received today are obviously relevant or related to what's going on in the world right now. So let's get started. So the first question is, how is the market and has it decreased? That's probably the number one question that I've been asked. And, I sat here a month ago telling you how the market is cyclical. There's always ups and downs and, we're expecting it to decrease, but I wasn't expecting anything this big. I don't think anyone expected something this huge to happen, but there are forces bigger than us, and this is one of them. So obviously this is having an effect on the market. The National Association of Realtors took a survey, and they've said that 48% of realtors have seen a decrease in the buyers and in sales due to the coronavirus, obviously. But actually, surprisingly, 45% of realtors said that the low interest rates have offset the anxiety that has been caused by the coronavirus. So from personal experience, I've also definitely seen people a little bit more hesitant to pull the trigger. Obviously, no one knows what tomorrow holds. No one knows how long this is going to last. So there's obviously been that influence on the buyer's end. But people still need to buy and sell. The market is always going to have, it's never going to be zero. There's always going to be someone who has to sell. There's always going to be someone that has to buy. And so I'm still seeing activities. My listings are still getting calls. My serious buyers are still moving forward. Obviously, the ones who've just started or just thinking about it and dabbling in the idea of buying would rather wait a few months to kind of see where the market goes. But in general, I'm still working. So yeah, I think rather than sitting here and making assumptions, only time will tell. The whole world doesn't really know where this is going. So let's just pray for the best. First of all, let's pray for the recovery of all those that are ill, and pray for a vaccine and for this to end as soon as possible. Enjoy the time with your children, enjoy the time with your family, and take this time to really reflect on yourselves and your lives. Make the best out of it. I mean, I've had a really difficult time trying to get used to this new normal, but this is what we have, and we have to learn to make the best out of it. What kind of home projects can I do during this time to increase the value of my home? So I really like this question, and the reason is because I feel like, a lot of us are in a funk right now. We're a little bit down, a little bit anxious maybe, and maybe we're not in the mood to really do anything. But once you start doing things and getting yourself out of that bad vibes, it really, really helps increase your mood. And it also allows you to do things that maybe you've been putting off because we've been so busy, obviously with our work and our lives. So some of the things that I've been doing is, spring cleaning, especially since it's Passover now. And really decluttering and cleaning out your house goes a long way. I always suggest for my sellers to declutter and to clean up their homes before they put it on the market. So if you have the time now, why don't you use this time wisely and declutter, do small projects around the house, such as maybe gardening if you have a green thumb, plant some flowers. We're in the spring. I know it doesn't feel like it, but we're in the spring. So maybe plant some flowers, paint a little bit if you know how to paint. Whatever it is that'll help your house look better. One, you'll get to enjoy your house better. And two, you won't be wasting that time and you'll be able to actually do things that you wanted to do for a long time. So use your time wisely, spend it with your family, and make the best out of the situation, and try as much as possible to fill your time with things that are worth filling it with. How has your business changed due to the coronavirus? So as I'm sure most businesses and most industries have felt the impact of the coronavirus, I definitely have. The first step that I took, obviously, was to start working from home. So my team and I are now all working from home. We're doing a lot of FaceTime, a lot of phone calls, a lot of Zoom meetings. And we're playing it basically day by day, playing it by ear, trying to make everything function as smoothly as possible. With regards to showing properties, I've obviously been super careful and safe with regards to social distancing. I've been wearing masks and gloves, and if possible, I've been doing as many virtual tours as possible. So whether that means me going to the property and FaceTiming my clients so that they can see it via FaceTime, or whether it means that for my listings, I call my photographer and have him do a 3D scan of the property so that they can access it online and basically do a virtual tour where they can walk through it. It's actually a really great feature, and I suggest that everyone during this time, if you have the opportunity or the option to do that, really do that. So those are some of the small things that I've been doing. The California Association of Realtors has implemented a lot of guidelines. They've included new disclosures. And so I've been obviously keeping abreast of those things and making sure that I stay informed so that I can educate myself and my buyers to the way that the industry is changing. The whole world is changing. I'm sure all of the industries have been affected by this. And we're just praying for the best and hope that this ends sooner rather than later. But in the meanwhile, you know, things are still moving. People still need to buy and sell, as I've said before. Luckily, real estate has still been deemed essential. So I'm here working from my home office, as you can tell. Obviously, if you need anything, I'm always here for you. And even if it's not real estate related, even if you need me to pick up groceries, or if you need me to cook something for you, especially if you're elderly or if your immune system is compromised, just know that I'm out and about doing everything as safe as possible, abiding by all the guidelines and protocols, and I'm here for you no matter what. Stay safe, stay healthy, and hang in there because this won't last forever.